Every male should know the art of deflating a woman's pride. Some could call this poisonous, but it's just the truth. A prevalent phenomenon among modern women is a bloated sense of self-importance brought on by the constant validation and attention they receive on online platforms. A lot of the time, they become worshipped like a deity just for being alive. Think for a second about how you would respond if you were constantly praised for no apparent reason. Your pride would grow, making you unpleasant to be around. It's important to realize that if you can't make a lady laugh, you're no better than any of the other men she has admirers. In this video, I'll share 9 guidelines for destroying a woman's pride. Number 1. First, you're better. As a hardworking man who strives to develop himself, it's normal to feel superior to women who simply care about their appearance and don't work hard. Deflating their egos requires the superiority complex. Women see most men as inferior, especially average or mediocre ones. People simply term a man's superiority poisonous. Women are hypergamous because they prefer superior guys. If a lady thinks you're her level or lower, she'll lose interest. It's politically right to say we're all equal and should treat each other equally, but the truth is different. It's strange to compare yourself to someone who outperforms you in everything. You work hard at the gym, your job, and your side hustle. Would you compare yourself to someone who wastes their days playing video games? To be politically correct, claim you do, but you know the answer. Attractive women without other assets are the same. A man may value a woman's looks, but many men work harder. When you feel superior to a woman, you unconsciously see her as ordinary. She has always been elevated, but this may be the first time someone has refused. She'll be humbled by this. Number 2. It means not bothering you with requests for approval. Sadly, many males have become so feminized that they need to be approved of by women at every turn. It's not uncommon for them to solicit feedback on their physique, be it their gains, hair, or something else entirely. They may go so far as to inquire as to whether or not the lady loves them. However, this is hardly a manly nor assured way to act. Instead, it's more like to a worm's. A confident and macho man doesn't need a woman's approval. He has self-assurance and doesn't need her praise or compliments all the time. Seeking a woman's approval is the best method to boost your own ego. Don't feel the need to constantly validate yourself. Leave that to the ladies. Number 3. You should not constantly compliment her appearance. Every day, women hear hundreds of compliments, so if you tell her she's beautiful or give her a heart-eyed emoji, you're just joining the crew of sad males who idolize her. In fact, doing so makes you look like one of the millions of other guys who hold her in high esteem and lavish attention on her. But if a single significant other doesn't do this, she'll quickly learn that the empty compliments she's been showered with are meaningless. This is not to say you should never compliment a woman or engage in mind games. When you give her a compliment that isn't merited, though, you lump yourself in with the other men who constantly shower her with undeserved praise. Rather than praising her appearance or manners, focus on what she has accomplished or worked hard to improve. Number 4. A piece of advice is to put your ambitions ahead of her. Purpose should always be at the forefront of a man's mind. Unfortunately, many modern men have no sense of direction and will abandon their plans at the drop of a pretty girl. When you're aiming for the stars, you have to be willing to miss a date with her every once in a while if it means achieving your ambitions. This will show her that she has no power over you and her ego will be crushed, earning you instant respect. Number 5. It is not to make it seem like you're desperate for her. The absence of greater purpose revealed by most men's excessive excitement at the prospect of meeting a beautiful lady is striking. You can't both be highly eager and chasing each other, as we've already established. If you're too eager, she won't have any room to get excited about you, and she'll probably back away. This will help boost her self-esteem. When you master self-control and project confidence, though, she will be free to focus on you instead. Sometimes she may question whether or not she shares her feelings with anyone else. Is it good to see her? She may inquire. Try not to lose your composure and tell her that you were dreaming about her. Maintain your cool, and you will be able to rein in her ego. Number 6. Never get angry or upset in front of her. When you let your feelings show, you give her the impression that you're vulnerable and give in to her authority. Instead, just leave if she starts acting rude or difficult. This will show her that you respect yourself and her ego will be kept in check. Number 7. Don't let yourself get envious when she's with other men. If she's pretty, other guys will want to talk to her. Jealousy is a sign of insecurity, and if you aren't around to protect her, a more confident man will. It's her choice whether or not to reject them out of respect for your relationship, but she's free to do so. The relationship should be ended if she is unable to achieve this. The emotion of jealousy is a tool that can be avoided sending a text message just after you two have shared some private time together. Number 8. You may keep her on her toes and from getting too comfortable with you by not texting her straight away and making her wonder if she did something wrong. The vast majority of guys will text her immediately after the date to tell her how much they like spending time with her and how eager they are to see her again. But that eliminates any chance she has of thinking about you and missing you. Again, it's not about trickery. It's about putting your life's work and priorities first. Consider what a man who has found his life's calling might do. He would stop texting her about his sentiments and get back to work on his goals. Keeping one's mind on one's own goals and purpose is one surefire way to keep a woman's ego in check. Number 9. Do not be scared to tell her she is not wanted. Women have a harder time dealing with rejection since they experience it less frequently than men. Rejecting her is an act of strength that will force her to earn your attention through diligence. And if you want to progress in life, don't forget to subscribe and like this video.
Yeah.